Let's continue the lesson. In this video, we are going to do Unit 1, Relationships, Writing, Task 11. Do you remember our lesson objective? In this unit, you will learn how to describe a process. This is our writing part 1, and this is what we are going to do today. We need to use sequencing expressions to describe the order of stages in a process. We need to use present simple passive to describe a process. And we need to write an introduction and an overview. We've learned all this in the previous videos. I'll try to review sequencing expressions and passive forms and introduction and overview again briefly in this video. Let's go to task 11, exam skills. The pictures show the process of making sherry jam. You've already finished task 9. Yeah, you finished task 9. All the sentences in the passive form. All right. So you're going to describe the process. And you're going to include an introduction and an overview. You're going to use the present simple passive, and the sentences here can help you. The sentences in task 9. And you're going to use sequencing expressions. Remember the sequencing expressions? First, next, then, after that, finally. Okay. And you need to write for about 150 words. Let's read the tip. Tip 11. So use the words on the pictures and diagrams in your answer. They are given to help you. So the pictures here. Okay. The pictures here. The verbs and these sentences. Actually, you've almost completed the body paragraph in these nine sentences. All you need to do now is just add sequence expressions and then an introduction and an overview. Okay, so we've got everything here. All right, so this can help you. Okay, also in the previous page, let me go back to the previous page. This model answer can also help you. Okay, let me zoom the model answer. This can also help you. Okay, all right. So when you write, you can pause the video here and look at the model answer. Use the format, you know, the form, the structure of this model answer. And the sequence markers used here. When you write your first draft. Okay, all right. So to start your writing, you need to include an introduction and an overview. Do you remember what I told you about an introduction and overview in my last video? Let's refresh our memory. Introduction tells the reader what type of data it is. Okay. Is it a graph? Is it a diagram showing a process? Okay. An overview tells the reader something about the data itself, but without going into detail. Right? Let's look at an example for introduction. The diagram demonstrates the process of preparing string hoppers. This is taken from the introduction. Okay. Sorry, students, I got distracted because my phone rang. Okay, so I I was talking about the introduction, right? Okay. So the introduction tells the reader the type of data. And then did we read the example sentence? Okay. All right. So the diagram demonstrates the process of preparing string hoppers. So it's very straightforward. You just say what the data is about. Okay. Now let's look at an example of an overview. There are 6 main stages in the process, beginning with grinding rice and making a dough and ending with using a steamer to cook the string hoppers. Okay, so this sentence tells you something about the data itself, but without actually going into the detail. Yeah, it's a kind of summary. I think that will be easy for you to understand. An overview is a kind of summary. So what should your overview include? Start with the number of stages. Okay. Then start with the number of stages and then the first step and then the ending, the final step. Include the main ingredient or ingredients and the main equipment. Okay. All right. So these are the things that your overview should include. Right. But don't talk about the stages. Just talk about the beginning and the end. That gives you the overview. That gives a summary. Okay. So you start with the introduction followed by the overview and then go on to talk about, to write about the stages. Okay. It's not actually necessary to write the overview immediately after the introduction. It could even come at the end, like your concluding sentence. But the model given in the book follows this pattern: introduction, overview, and then the stages. Since this is your first writing, I suggest that you follow the model given in the book. Okay, so that's about the first point. Now, the second thing that you have to consider is you need to use the present simple passive. Okay, so you don't have to actually worry about this because you've already finished this task. So you can just copy the stages here. Okay, but don't forget to add sequencing expressions. All right, remember, you can start with first and then you can add next or then or after that for the second, third, whatever stages. And you can repeat these words. Don't repeat first, but you can repeat after that, then, and next. For the last stage, use the sequence marker finally. All right. Okay. Remember to write 150 words. Okay. Use the pictures. Use the pictures. And also you could include the words given in the pictures. Okay. They're too small. I made it smaller. Okay. So you can use these words. There are some words given in the pictures. You can use these words. Here's the model answer. Here's the model answer. It's a very basic, very simple paragraph describing a process. But if you're a smart student, you could do your own research. Go to Google, search for IELTS writing describing a process. Look for other models if you want. A winner is someone who goes the extra mile. Okay, so go that extra mile if you want, and look for other models as well. Okay, remember, self-study is the best. Self-help is the best help. If you have any questions, please ask your questions on WhatsApp. Okay, for now you could write your paragraph, take a photo and send it to me on WhatsApp. Okay, once the Moodle page is set up, I think students can submit their work on Moodle. This is the end of the lesson. Thank you. Take care. Stay safe.